I'm Forbes Valentine. I am your dating information guy. I'm your, advice giver on being a masculine male, on having harder erections, on having a higher sex drive. I don't know what the fuck to call myself, so figure out what to call me in the goddamn comment section. Thanks for watching. If you need my help personally in any of this stuff, go to alphaallure.com. We've got a consulting service on dating, getting numbers, when to go for the first kiss, everything to relationship stuff, how to deal with a moody girlfriend, which we're going to talk about. And to basically everything else related to male sexual performance enhancement, being a masculine man, etc. Get that consulting service at alphaallure.com. Okay, so look, the bottom line is this: men. Somebody said it recently to me that I think made the most sense, and it's not like, oh, women are moody or women are emotional. I think that the salient statement, the most fitting statement, is just that women are not men, right? So for us, we're very logical creatures, men. So if there's something particularly troubling that might be going on, like something's going wrong in our business or at our job or whatever, then we might be stressed and focused on that. And as a result, we might be in a place where we're tense or whatever. But for women, it's a little less logical, and sometimes they just sort of are that way, stressed and tense and in a funky state for no reason. Maybe something pissed them off the night before, you guys went out to dinner, you said something that you didn't like, triggered it. I mean, that's really how it can get triggered, and then it'll sort of bleed over into the next day. The other thing, too, about women is that you got to be really careful as an alpha male around women, especially when they're falling in love with you, and even thereafter. You have to regulate the quantity of time that you spend together, because what women will do is they like the emotional support. They want a strong man around. They like to wake up next to a strong man. They like to have sex with strong masculine men, but they'll basically wear it out to the point where they don't recognize they've worn it out. They still want you around, but they're sort of getting a little sick of you. And I'm sure you're probably getting sick of them at some point, or not. I mean, who knows? But you've got to learn to control that so that you can step back and make sure that she gets the opportunity to separate from you and refresh her brain and think about things differently. Go around and do her fucking thing outside of interacting with you. And that's really the best way to get her out of a wacky state, or just renewed in general. But the thing you have to remember, so those are the kind of, some of the reasons. There's many other reasons why women get like that. But you have to remember that it seems the case that the number one thing you can't do when a woman gets moody and bitchy and irrational and just seems cold and distant is lose your shit. You know what I mean? You can't fucking lose your shit, because the moment you get on that same level with her and just stop, the moment you stop being a strong masculine dude in a consistent masculine state that's unbudgeable and not movable, like that's just a rock, is the moment she is going to start losing attraction for you. I mean, she loses a little respect for you when you shift out of your sort of centered masculine state and into a state where you're like, oh, honey, what's wrong? What the fuck is wrong with you? And, stop being, moody to me. Now, look, so that's the number one point. I mean, don't let it shake your masculine state. Don't let it shake your centeredness and who you are as a man. Basically, but on the other hand, don't sit there and take it if she gets to being a bitch. I'm going to get to that in just a second. But just look at her in her eyes. And so, I say this all the time to my chick. You're such a fucking woman. She'll act a little moody and bitchy and distant, and I go, you're such a fucking woman. You're so pretty when you act like this. Give me a kiss. And I'll kiss her on the lips, and she'll do a little smirk or whatever, and I'll slap her in the face a little. And she likes it, and that's it. And she can move on, and it sort of, just jars her brain just a little bit, to sort of, I don't want to say start to submit again to me, but to realize there's masculine energy around. You want to be fucking moody and shit. You're not gonna alter my behavior. I'm gonna stay here and look at you and think you're fucking cute until you're pretty when you're mad, and that's it. Okay, so that's the number one thing you want to do. You don't want to let them see you lose your shit, and you need to. If you've historically been emotional about that kind of stuff, when a woman acts like that, you need to try to decondition yourself from being emotional about that. Don't let it ruin your self-worth. Don't let it ruin the idea of value you have, the image you have of yourself in your head in relation to the woman. You're still a cool fucking awesome alpha male who focuses on his mission and purpose in life, and that's it. She's just a fucking woman who sometimes might act like that, like moody and crazy, for no apparent reason. Okay, so mostly you don't want to lose your shit, but here's the point at which you actually do want to check the girl, and there's a fine line, but you want to check them, and that will also increase the attraction she has for you, increase the probability that her inclination to submit to you, and frankly, get her faster on the track of fixing her, her fucking behavior, is when she takes it a little too far and actually starts being a smartass, starts being disrespectful and rude and snappy, and just like no person should talk to another person like, and that no man should have to have his woman talk to him like. So when she starts being bitchy, and it's crosses a threshold, maybe she calls you names, or maybe she starts bringing stuff up that you did that she thought was whatever, and she's doing it in a very rude way, in a very crass way, a very irrational way, sort of an angered way. You definitely have to look her in the eyes and say, hey baby, look, I mean, I love you and we had a great night last night, but you need to stop being a fucking bitch. I don't care, like, I'm not gonna sit here and kiss your fucking ass. I understand you woke up in a moody place today, but you need to fucking control that shit. Don't fucking take it out on me, all right? And if she, responds in some negative way, you go, all right, baby, give her a kiss on the cheek and say, I'm gonna go do my thing. I got some shit to do with my business. You sit here and figure your shit out. Hope you have a fucking good day. Text me, call me later. Love you, and kiss her on the forehead and walk out. Just fucking, leave. Because sometimes that has to happen. I mean, I can't tell you how many times with my woman I'm seeing now, like, she has done something similar. Like when she crossed the line and being irrational and kind of being an asshole. I mean, I had to hang up on her once. I had to fucking hang up on her ass. Like, all right, you call me in 3 days or wherever, whenever, when you want to fucking act normal. All right, bye. And that's it. I fucking hung up on her. And an hour, literally like clockwork, an hour later, she calls me sweet and apologetic, and we had a nice, good conversation, and she apologized. And every time thereafter, she always feels like she has to justify why she was being a bitch. She was like, I don't know, well, yesterday I was like this and that, and I go, I understand, baby. And that's what you have to do. When she does it, I understand, baby, no worries. Kiss her on the forehead and say, you're pretty when you're mad. Okay? So don't let them make you lose your shit when they get moody. It's very common. It's not detracting from, like, the efficacy of you or the relationship. Like, it doesn't mean that they're less attracted to you or less sexually attracted to you. It's just they're much more volatile than you are. And if you don't understand that, you're gonna be crazy going like, why is she moody? Does she think I'm fucked up? Is there something wrong with the way I'm approaching her? It's like probably none of those things. It's just how she is, and you can't lose your shit. You've got to be the mountain. You got to look her right in her fucking eyes in some of those situations and go, you're so goddamn pretty when you're mad. Give me a kiss, you sexy fucking brat. And that's it, and play with her and that shit. But again, when she crosses the line and acts rational, too cold, too distant, and like an asshole, you look her right in the fucking eyes and say, stop that shit. I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to, but you're not gonna talk to me like that, all right? And kiss her on her fucking lips and be on your goddamn way, okay? If you need my help personally in any of this stuff, get the consulting service at alphaallure.com. If it's not up or making changes to the website, it'll be up shortly. Anything related to dating, first kisses, like taking a relationship to the next level, how to get an ex back, what to do in crazy situations like where your girl wants a kid and you don't want a kid, or whatever. Everything else in between, to casual sex situations, to optimizing your hormonal profile, testosterone profile, facilitating libido, and being a strong, centered, masculine male, as well as having good erection quality. You've got a consulting service on all that shit that encompasses that and more at alphaallure.com. Talk to you next time.